Week 1 of the high school football season is almost in the books. A few of our Triad teams brave the storms to get in their first game of the season.
Yeah, our first matchup tonight is in Randolph County. Wheatmore opened up the season hosting the East Rowan Mustangs. Let's get you right to the action. We're going to pick things up in the second quarter. East Rowan with the ball. Their quarterback's going to drop back to pass. Wants to go deep. But watch this. It's picked off by a Wheatmore defender. He's going to get a few yards on that return to end the Mustangs drive. But Wheatmore's drive would also go 3 and out. They're forced to punt in their own territory, and the coverage team would have their hands full on this one. Watch this East Rowan returner take this all the way into Warriors territory, evading multiple defenders to put them in scoring position. And then just before halftime, with time running out, the Wheatmore defense puts up a huge goal line stand to keep the game tied at 7. But unfortunately, Wheatmore are going to lose this one. Final score 21-7.
Cummings High School traveled to Williams for the Battle of Burlington. The Cavaliers and the Bulldogs are looking for bragging rights and to start the season with a win against their rival. However, when I was there was no football happening, and that's because of this. It was raining, thundering, and lightning. And hey, we even got a huge, gigantic rainbow that even decided to show up. These two teams, though, they were so determined to play that they waited 2 hours and 15 minutes to kick off.
That's dedication.
Yeah, so with a 9:15 start, there is still a little bit of time left in this one. Williams has a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter.
Now to Lexington, that one also had a little bit of a delay. Central Davidson hosted Carson in their season opener. After putting up an impressive 11-2 season last year, the Spartans look to pick up where they left off. We're going to go to the first quarter. Carson in the red zone. Quarterback Colin Masingo finds Caden Cruz in the end zone for the touchdown. Carson takes a 7-0 lead early, but Central Davidson would have an answer. Next drive, Spartans running their classic wing T offense. Ahmad Sanders in number 5 going to break through the chaos, turns on the Jets down the left sideline for a huge gain, draws that horse collar penalty, and puts the Spartans in the red zone. Sets up this field goal by Henry Duran from 25 yards out, makes it a 7-3 game. Then later in the quarter, Central Davidson's Keith Leonard gets the goal line carry and punches in the score. They would tie this game up at 14, but eventually lose this one 41-27. Week 1 has come to an end, but voting is now live for our next game of the week. We have 5 amazing games in the running. Vote as many times as you would want. Just head over to WFMYnews2.com. Now switching to the NFL, the Carolina Panthers had their 3rd preseason game tonight against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
There were a few notable players not playing tonight, however. That includes Xavier Legette, Derek Brown, J.C. Horn, Devin Lloyd, and Jalen Phillips. Now, the starters on offense were looking for a much better outing this time around. And yeah, they got it. On the second drive, Bryce Young looked in rhythm. He got the ball out quickly to multiple targets. That includes back-to-back catches from T-Mac for 25 yards. Jonathan Brooks had a very nice game. He finishes the drive, punching it in for his first preseason touchdown of his NFL career. Young finishes the day going 5 of 6 for 49 yards as the Panthers win 34-17. All right, so 3 games in the book for the Panthers. What are you liking? What are you not liking so far from this Carolina team?
I love how they bounced back in this game. I think getting that run game going is definitely going to be the anchor of this offense. You know, we love to see Bryce Young, we love to see Tedero McMillan, but these guys have to get it going on the ground game if they want to be successful in this National Football League, and especially the NFC South, because we know they can be physical.
Absolutely, and we haven't seen Chuba Hubbard play at all yet this preseason, but I've liked so far what we've seen from Jonathan Brooks as well as A.J. Dillon. Next up, they have their final preseason game next Friday at Big America Stadium against the Houston Texans. We'll be right back.